Hey, Nick Simons here, December 23rd, 2021. um, yeah, it's been a week since I got out of the Hartford County Correctional Center, and I'm just reflecting. I'm gonna let it go. I'm getting ready. I'm hoping that I get into Richie's recovery. I haven't heard back yet. Dropped off my applications earlier, so I'm hoping to hear back because that's to be a really convenient place to live, and I've heard really good things about it. It's the first place anybody ever brings up when I say I'm looking for a sober house. It's always Richie's Recovery. That's the first thing they say. I swear. So, I'm I'm reflecting on the difference between the Connecticut system and the Florida system. Really, basically, like it's a lot of things are evident now. Like I was wondering why am I able to not fight now? Like all of a sudden, like not all of a sudden, like I will. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means yet, but I didn't get in any fights in the Connecticut system, and I could have. If I was in the Florida system, I would have had to have. Basically, that's the difference. Is that in the Connecticut system, there's there's gang elements everywhere, but it's a little different. It's not the same as in Florida. I'll tell you why. Okay, in Florida, it's like you have to live up to the gang's standards, even if you're not in a gang. Because I never was, never got into a gang. I didn't like being called an independent because I felt like that was like another that like affiliated me with the gangs. Like, I was just when you're an independent, you're a part of all of them at the same time. In a sense, you're still banging. You know what I mean? With a label like that. And I don't ever want to come across like I was a banger in the Florida chain gang. For real, it's a good thing I thought about that, so I can make that clear. I just went, like, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying about living up to their standards is if their code is that if someone speaks to you a certain kind of way, you have to do something. If it's the right words, there's a couple go words that if someone says it, even if they're real small, they got to get a slap, at least. At the very least, you don't gotta beat everyone up. I tried not to fight people that I knew were cowards. If I could, I wish, you know what I mean. I wouldn't take advantage of just getting in every fight. Let me put it to you like that. Like there were some guys in there that like to fight, and they would just fight anybody, little guys or whatever. Someone disrespected them, they looked at it like an opportunity to fight. I would try not to fight. I didn't want to beat people up, but at the same time, if someone disrespected me, I didn't really have a choice about what I wanted to do as far as fighting or not. Because I figured out real quick that if you don't fight, then they're going to perceive you as being weak, and then people are going to treat you like you're weak. So I learned real quick to fight because I didn't want that. But some people are scared of getting into fights. They don't want to, like, it's scary. It's a feeling like this. Even if you know you're going to win the fight, you really are confident. It's like a feeling of doom and dread that like goes like courses through your body like right before you're about to get in a fight. Like some people get hooked on that feeling. I know because I've been there. I'm not, I was there. I was never a real threat or anything. I'm saying like I don't think people in the Florida chain gang or the Pinellas County jail, no one was scared of me, but I was known for fighting guys that, like not every white dude, normal sized guy like me was known for that. They were known, some guy like, guys were just like, oh, whatever, I don't want to go get in trouble, please don't. They just give up their food, here, just take my food, don't beat me up. Like I was the guy I was going to get beat up, and then be happy later that I still had my soup. I'm talking about like a gang or nothing. No one ever just beat me up. One person ever just mopped the floor with me. You know what I mean? But I got more respect for fights I lost. But just because they sacrificed me later, I got hurt me, you know what I mean? I always left a mark on somebody, you know what I mean? But I did lose fights to guys that were way bigger than me. But people knew then not to mess with me. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't have to worry about getting treated like a piece of shit, puss-ass cracker or whatever, to use the terminology we'd use. You know what I mean? Like, that was good enough for me. I didn't want to be a threat and all that, but and back to the difference, like between in Connecticut now, you don't have to do that. If someone, it was weird to me. It was really foreign to me at first, but like guys in there were saying those go words and not getting slapped. Like people were just blowing it off. There was fights, of course, there's got to be, but it wasn't the craziness where if you showed any weakness, there was going to be 10 or 20 predators on you. Not even close. They're there, not even close to like it is in Florida. Just not even in comparison. The inmates are, it's weird to say this. I never planned this. They all have better, higher morals than on average what I see in Florida, basically. I'm sorry, it's just what I saw. It's like, it was just everybody was more laid back. You know, I don't know, it's weird. But, so, I remember one guy, this guy was talking, he was talking all crazy because I tried to buy a TV. I was just going to buy one off the land, like pay $60. And I really didn't like it because, well, we were in a part of the jail that didn't get good reception for one, which is probably a good thing because I wanted to read. I really get more out of reading than looking at the TV, 9 times out of 10. I'm going to learn more from reading. I just want to watch the news and Jeopardy and football, and that's it on TV. Not television, not Telemundo, just sit there and watch daytime TV. It's like, Kelly Ripa, and these guys, they all got their own TVs. It was like, I don't know, it was like nothing I ever thought. I didn't know that still existed in the United States. Jails with prisons with TVs. But, yeah, like, the guy that's right. He had to watch TV, but it was like insanity, man, dealing with the guy. He had to get his reception. And he was disrespectful, and he did things that if I was in Florida, oh my God, I would have had to fight him. He said shit that, I would have just had to fight him if I was in Florida. But I managed to blow it off and not feed into that feeling like that I had to fight because somebody was talking to me a certain way. Like, I was just, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I tried to remember, okay, you're a Buddhist now. And then I expected people to be disrespecting me because I didn't do anything to the guy. And nobody treated me any different at all. I didn't become a predator magnet. It was, it was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I was glad I didn't talk nasty to him and get him more riled up and then make it so, we ended up fighting. And because we would have went to jail. This is not like Florida where you can fight and get away with it. For real, every fight got caught. Every single fight went down because they were thorough about stopping the fights. In Florida, there's no cameras I recall in the Pinellas County Jail, so you can get I know I've almost been beat to death where by somebody looking at the death penalty for beating somebody to death, out there. The officers can't really see in, and there's nobody there to save me. Nobody could stop the guy because everybody in the room was smaller than him, but I lived, everything is fine. I got my food back, actually, for that, Tried to take my shit, so I, did what I had to do, get my shit back, and, I did. He congratulated me on how good I did in the beginning before he just leveraged me with his weight and I remember him telling me it's just a matter of time before he got my arms on, while I was wrestling down there with him, he's like, it's just a matter of time. And then people said I looked like I had a watermelon. There's no way I could hide it. It's not like I tried it, but I remember leaving that incident, because officers saw I couldn't hide it. It was just too obvious. And I had to get my meds. I had to walk to the window to get the meds. I couldn't buck on the meds. So, but anyways, yeah, I remember leaving, getting wheeled out of there on the wheelchair, fucking with my bag of $50 worth of jail commissary, and looking at these guys, these 28 guys or something in the room, thinking, wow, I just got the respect of all those guys that I'll probably never see any of them again. That was like, wow, this is my life. This is my life. But see, that type of stuff goes down. The Pinellas County Jail would never happen, from what I saw in the Hartford Correctional Center. So, just, definitely, there's definitely a difference between both systems, the officers and the inmates. It's completely different than what I experienced in Florida. So, probably done with the jail talk for a while, for as long as possible. All right, thanks, guys.